What's up everyone, this is Cyber Knight, and today I finally have my Noble Knight deck profile for you guys. So yes, it is here. I won't make you guys wait any longer on that because at first I was like, well, I want everything to be really good, and I was trying to figure out what build I want to go with. Do I want to go with the 60 card build? Do I want to go with 40? And then I was like, well, then the ban list was on the way, and I waited too long. I'm sorry about that. But of course, this is using the new support that came out in Soul Fusion, which isn't so new nowadays, but with the reprint of it sold, makes this deck a lot cheaper now. And also, this is using the brand new ban list that came out in December 2018. So again, sorry about being late on this, but I just really wanted to work on this and make sure it was good. And honestly, I'm slow at deck profiles. I test them too much, and I try to make sure it's a good video on that because I'm always nervous about deck profiles. But anyway, let's get to this because Noble Knights were one of my favorites, and the new support's pretty good. So yeah, let's get to it. Alright, so first off, this is kind of a no-brainer, but I'm going with 3 of Noble Knight Meddrot. It's never changed. You gotta have 3 of these. Helps you bring out more monsters. There you go. Sets up the plays. Xyz summon, Link summon, whatever you want to do. Meddrot, still one of the best for that reason. Then after that, have 3 of Noble Knight Boars. I still think it's worth having 3 of this because with this, of course, it helps you just set up your plays. I mean, especially with Meddrot and Boars, like you want to have those at the beginning. Go for that, you know, Meddrot, then you go for Boars after that. Then it can help you get more of your Noble Arms out there, get them to the graveyard even. Of course, even the new trap card, you can get to the graveyard using this. And it sets up everything. I mean, just that simple. So, Boars, I feel like it's still a must-have at 3 just because you need that setup for this deck, and you want to get your Noble Arms where they need to be, especially, again, with that trap card and everything, too. So, yeah, I like having 3 of them. Then, after that, 3 of Noble Knight Brothers. This card's great because it can help you kind of swarm the field a little bit, but this card with Assault is amazing. Like, he got like 10 times better when Assault came out back in the day. You know, I know it's been a while since we had it sold now, but still, because it can help you get some of your Noble cards back from the graveyard, return them to the deck, and you get a draw off that. So you're just able to, you know, get more cards to your hand, easy to bring out, can help you set up even from that, and yeah, just it's perfect with Assault, honestly. So it's a must-have at 3, I feel like, in any Noble Knight deck. Then also, I am running 2 of Noble Knight Gwaine. I only feel like really having 2 of these because with Meddrot and Boars, I mean, those are like the main ones I'm usually going to have whenever they're in their normal monster form. So yeah, I'd like just having 2 Gwaine for that reason. Seems like 3 is a little too much. And again, he's just one of those cards that helps you go even further. And he can help you set up for even more things. So just easy to bring out, helps you go for Xyz stuff. Kind of a must-have, really, for that reason. Then also 2 of Noble Knight Custian. This is one of our newer cards that we got, and he's kind of similar to Gwaine in a way. Different, though, because with him, he's another one that's easy to bring out. This time you're relying on Noble Arms and everything, too, because you gotta have one of those, then you can special summon him. But, again, you have one that is easy to special summon that can help you set up for more plays, more Xyz summoning, Link summoning, whatever you want to do on that. Again, I feel like I do on Gwaine. 2 for both of those is just, I feel like the smart way to go. 1 of Dristan for that destruction. 1 of Ector for easy to bring out. Then, of course, 1 of Noble Knight Yvain. I think I'm saying that right. I could be saying that wrong. I'm sorry. Some of these names I don't pronounce correctly. But I like this card because you get a token from it, which then can mean like an easy Assault from that, because you can use tokens at least for Link summoning. You can't for Xyz summoning, though, obviously. So I think it comes in handy for that. But I only run 1 of them because, I mean, I am still mainly focused on Xyz summoning stuff, too. So while it's a good card to have, I feel like 1's enough, really. I mean, you can go for 2 if you really want to, but I feel like that it's pretty much a good spot to have at 1. Because, again, easy Assault in most cases. Then I am running 1 of Gwynethar, Queen of Noble Arms. Basically, it's one of your Noble Arms. It's just in monster form. Then we have our Hand Trap, which is 2 of Morrigan, the Enchantress of Avalon. So this is pretty much just one that you want to have at 2. It's a good hand trap to have. It does come in handy, but we have so many other hand traps we can run in this deck that you only really need 2. So in most cases, 2. That's all you really need from it as well. Then also, I am running 3 of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. I know, some people hate it when I use some of these hand traps. I feel like you have to these days. I mean, I'm not even the biggest fan of hand traps either, I'll be honest. I mean, I'm showing my casual side, or whatever. You guys know, I'm more casual, obviously, on this channel. I don't pretend to be anything else but that, but Some people hate it when I use Ash Blossom because it is still relatively expensive and stuff too, but it is a really good card to have, especially in a deck like this. There are things you need to stop your opponent from doing. And yeah, I mean, so you gotta have that. If you want to go with Ghost Ogres, that's also a good option too. If you want a cheaper option, there you go. All right, now moving on to our spell cards. I am running 3 of Heritage of the Chalice. This card is awesome. This is our best new card that we got from Soul Fusion because it's just a setup card. It helps you search for what you need, helps you get set up there, get a Noble Knight, get a Noble Arms, and just everything. So that is pretty much a must-have at 3 with these. And yeah, it's something Noble Knights have really needed. I mean, they need that consistency because obviously we got to have our Noble Knights and we got to have our equip cards, and that helps out with both. Then, well, speaking of Noble Arms, here's basically all the ones I'm running. So, I have 1 of Gallatin, just good for a power-up, obviously. 1 of Arf, because I can never say its full name, but it's still a very useful one. 1 of Caliburn, again, a little bit of power boost, also gain some life points. Always remember to keep activating that too, because every time it gets destroyed or used or whatever, you can reactivate that effect to get that 500 life points. So, always remember that. That's something I always have trouble. I'm like, okay, oh yeah, I get to activate that again, and keep getting life points. You can get quite a bit too from that. 1 of Clarence, that's one of our newer ones, still very useful to have. Then 2 of Destiny. Destiny is, I think, one of the best ones because it can help protect your monsters, so I usually run 2 of them for that reason. I mean, being able to protect your Noble Knights is great from all the different stuff that's going on, so yeah, I feel like that's one of your best. But also, too, another one of the best ones is 2 of Excalibur. It's one that can help you, from effects, protect you from that. And also it's your rank up magic, if you use it for that too. So either way, another one that's great to have, and Destiny and Excalibur are the ones you run it to. Everything else is pretty much a one of, and because you'll just be able to get them when you need them. They're pretty consistent with all the different stuff we have now, so yeah, you don't really need doubles of really anything. Then, of course, after that, you got to have 1 of Reinforcement of the Army. I mean, that's self-explanatory. 3 of Called by the Grave. The ban list changed, so we have 3 of these, and I'm using them. Because, again, Noble Knights need some help and that kind of stuff, and Called by the Grave is really good for a lot of different decks out there, especially for Noble Knights. So that can help you counter a lot of those hand traps. Then, Soul Charge, get back all my Noble Knights, and there we go. Monster Reborn, Revive Monsters, it's at 1. I'm going to use it in everything, obviously. And then, of course, for our trap card, only using 3 of the same one, and that is 3 of Until Noble Arms Are Needed Once Again. Yeah, this card is basically the game changer for Noble Knights. It's one of the best cards we've gotten for them, and mainly just because it adds so much to the deck. Because first off, you have it where you can just excavate the top of your deck, depending on how many Noble Arms that you have, and then you're able to add a Noble Knight to your hand. So being able to basically have a searching effect is automatically great. And then also, when it's in the graveyard, you can banish it to special summon a Noble Knight from your deck to your side of the field. So it can just help you set up for everything. It adds consistency so you can get whatever Noble Knight card that you need. And also, too, I love how it works with, like, Boars, for example, because that's what I was saying at the beginning. That's the reason I like having Boars at 3, because you can get this card to the graveyard so quickly with that, and then it's still useful in the graveyard because you can banish it, obviously, and get that special summon from it. So it is an insanely good card for that reason, and yeah, like I say, it's probably the biggest game changer we've had for Noble Knights in quite a while. So definitely, you're going to want to have 3 of them, and just what it adds is amazing. So yeah, I feel like I can't emphasize that enough. Must-have card. Alright, now moving on to the extra deck. First off, I'm going to go through our Noble Knight cards, so that means 2 of Isolde. Isolde's a lot easier to get now. It is a promo in the Soul Fusion Special Edition, so it's much cheaper to get now, not near as expensive, and it's a must-have. I mean, well, really anything that involves warriors, this card's been a must-have, right? But yeah, it adds a lot to the deck too. I mean, just like it does with anything with warriors. Sets up everything. I mean, Isolde's just as great as it is in any other deck that involves warriors, but even better with Noble Knights. So yeah, you need to have it at 2, and like I said, it's much cheaper now too. I think it's like a few bucks now because of the reprint, so definitely help you out. Then, of course, I'm running 2 of Artorigus, the King of Noble Knights. Still a great card to go for, easy to bring out. It helps you get rid of the spells and traps as well. That's what I love about it, so must have for that. Then after that, I am running 2 of Sacred Noble Knight of King Custian. This is more of a defensive, I guess, Noble Knight Exceed that we have now. Basically, it can help you remove cards that your opponent has. And then also, if he's destroyed, then he can help you go for, like, for example, King Artorigus afterwards. And he's pretty great on that, too. So just being able to remove your opponent's cards, too, which is cards. It can help you get rid of even monsters, is a really nice effect. So, like I said, he's more defensive, but one that's a great option to use as well. And then, of course, after that, we have 2 of Sacred Noble Knight of King Artorigus. Yeah, there's your main exceed monster you're going for. Basically, he's the one that you bring out on the field, equip all your noble arms to him, and run over your opponent. That's what he does. He has his own destruction effect too that comes in handy, but he's the one you want to equip like Destiny 2, Excalibur, and make it so he's like unaffected by a lot of different things out there. Kaijus, yeah, we need something that stops Kaijus. That's still a problem. One of these days we'll get Noble Arms that says that, you know, it can't be tributed or something. That's still a big problem for us. But, you know, equip other things too and just make him stronger. And, yeah, he becomes a super powerful monster because of that too. So that's still your strategy. Equip everything to King Artorigus, run over your opponent. And again, we just need a Noble Arms that keeps him from being tributed or something. And maybe we'll have something a little bit better there. Because that's still a big problem. That's obviously a fatal flaw of them. And then, of course, for like the rest of the Link monsters and stuff too, I'm running 1 of Nightmare Cerberus, 1 of Nightmare Unicorn. Those are just pretty good options. You can go for other things too, cheaper options if you need to. Summon Sorceress, this has also been reprinted, so it's easier to get. So there you go. I mean, it'll be a lot easier, especially for other regions now. You can actually get the card. Borreload Dragon, and then also Boral Sword. I just kind of wanted some power. You could also go for like a Topologic or something too if you want to, or even Gumblar if you want to go for something like that. But I am also using Gumblar. So he's kind of your new firewall, the one that everyone wants to get banned. So you can go for those options. You can go for others too. I mean, nothing's really set in stone with Link monsters really. I mean, a Soul is like the main one you need. But if you want cheaper options, you can go for those. But I'm going for the more powerful options that I can go for, obviously. And then, of course, 1 of Evil Storm Excite on Knight, because we have this card now, and I'm using it. I can go for it so easy for rank 4s and everything, and it wipes out everything. Yeah, I feel like any deck out there that can go for rank 4s, you should run Excite on Knight. If you have the room, go for it. It's still a scary card. And yeah, there you go. That is my Noble Knight deck profile. So, of course, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And again, I am sorry about taking my time with this one. I just want to make sure it was right. And I'm kind of glad I waited for the ban list and everything, too. So it makes everything more relevant. And, of course, with the Soul being cheaper, too, that helps out as well. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you want to see more deck profiles in the future. Of course, hit that like button if you enjoyed it and you want to see more of them in the future. And let me know down in the comments if you have any requests. I was thinking about building something with Neos at some point, and I was thinking about even building ABC. I don't know why. I've just been tempted to because they got to break off the ban list. So, I don't know. It just looked fun. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any requests and, well, for any openings and other things too. And yeah, as always, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, ring the bell so you don't miss out on future content. And of course I will. Catch you guys later. See ya.